listening. Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so I should learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying, "None that this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the free.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Browns are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Bills, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they, too, were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll run it here with Brown. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 13 carries, 55 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw here. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. and most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Let's go! 319!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now here's a carry heading left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly Interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Double tight, guys, double tight. All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Wide. Get wide. Now let's go. 319. 319. Leopard. Leopard. Gun. Leopard.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? Wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play act.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll set up a throw. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. 7 yards on the play. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the 2nd half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good. Here we go now. 3-19. No. Check. Paint Leopard. Good. Detroit. Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There goes Green, the 40, past the 20. Then he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it. A few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Peterson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
No, check. Patriot. Leopard. Here we go. Philly. Here we go. No, check. Patriot.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Gone.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Farmer. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now
they try the right side here. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
This is Brown on the carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Bills on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stick. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go! 319!
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now it's Brown. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 29. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 37. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And got some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Browns get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. If they can win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late.
Encroachment, defense.
So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they'll definitely take them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out.